Another Form Titan DocuSign video, and in this video we'll talk about how to configure picklist using radio/dropdown elements in Form Titan DocuSign. Okay, what I'll do is I'll switch back to my form builder here, and there are two fields that I'm going to show you which will help you understand this concept. So let's use these two fields. We'll use state and country. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sync them from Salesforce, but from an object called contract, and we are going to sync two pick lists. One is going to be country, and other one is going to be state/province. And you can use the same premise for any pick list that you have in Salesforce as well. Okay, first thing we'll do is we'll get a drop-down like this. And then straight away, it's going to say select value. On the right-hand side, you've got something called values. First of all, if you want, you can configure manual values like this. So you can call them, I don't know, you can say like country 1, and you can call this United States. And we'll move this one here actually. And then key 2 can be country 2, and it can be United Kingdom. Key 3 can be country 3, and this can be Canada. Key 4 can be country 4, and 4, and then we can call this Germany. And if you want to add more, you just simply click on add item. Like country 5 can be Australia. Something like this. And then I'll show you how this works. If I save and publish this, and I'll scroll all the way down to country, I can select my values, and you can see there are my countries in there with their own specific values that I can choose like this. So that's one option that you've got available in there. Second, what you can do is if I get rid of this, you can use something called Salesforce, and you can sync them directly from Salesforce. And I'll make this a little bit smaller like this, and you click configure, and it's going to say pick list, and you can obviously choose if it's records or pick list. For me it's just a pick list, and I'm going to use object called contract, and the field in there is going to be, I believe, is country code. Yeah, let's try country code. So click apply, save, and then if I publish this and I go back down there to country, you can now see that all the countries are pulled directly from Salesforce, and I can select them as I wish. So it's very, very simple, and that's the whole point of it, that you can either have multiple, you can create a static pick list, or you can create a dynamic pick list directly from Salesforce. And you have your options under source. You can either choose static and then add item, and then you can add a key. You can specify what that each value means. For example, you can say use this value for X, Y, or Z, and then enter a value like 1, 2, 3 in there. So, and then you can just display them directly within your document itself. They don't necessarily need to be linked from Salesforce themselves. You can just have them in the form for various reasons. One of the ways you can actually do this is like this. So, for example, I've got a text field in here, let's say, and I say placeholder, what is capital of England, and then I get rid of the label, and then I'll just move this like this, and then what I do is I'll move this under here like this, and the use case here is that I don't really want to pull it from Salesforce. Instead I just want to display it manually. So what I'll do is I'll configure the list, and then I'll choose static and I'll add item. And then you can either rename these items as a key, like let's just say value 1, value 2, value 3, and then you can just say like Paris, London, and what else we can call it? We can call it Texas or something. And then you can see if I publish, that without linking it from Salesforce, I can directly just ask them in here, what is capital of England? I can just say, okay, well, that's the correct answer. And then I can push this value directly into Salesforce. Or you can pull them from Salesforce using this configure functionality. And that's how it's done. That's how you configure drop downs. You can also do it with radio as well. So if I've got a radio button over here, you can see that I can configure my keys on the right hand side if I wish, and do them in the same fashion like I've discussed with the drop down. But if I don't want to do that, instead I just want to pull from Salesforce, then I can do that as well. So I'm going to choose my contract object, and I've got a field in there called status. So I'll choose status, and if I click apply and publish, like this, and then there you go. You can see that these are all my pick list available, but pulled in a radio drop down. So very nice and easy. And then I'll also get rid of this, and then I'll show you if I add a radio, and then I'll add key, I don't know, like key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. And then I go to document, settings, and I configure push to Salesforce. Go into the mapping, let's just say I'm pushing into the status field. And then here I can choose my radio, and then it's going to pick up the radio value in there directly, and you're good to go. And that's how it's done.